Miss Tabor back with another lesson from LLI that I have permission to share with you from Heinemann, the publisher. Today we are going to do a phonics lesson working on word patterns and building new words just by changing a letter or two, and then we will get to reading a new book. Now the new book you will read yourself because it is, excuse me, it is not that difficult. There we go. It is not that difficult, and so I'm hoping to get this video kind of short for you so you don't have to sit here that long. All right, so phonics piece. I am going to use the Letter Tile website that I've shared a couple times, and I think this is really cool. If you can get on this website and follow along with me, awesome. If you have maybe magnetic letters at home somewhere on your fridge or maybe in a box, get those out and you can build these words. If you have them in paper form, maybe, I'm not sure if I printed out for you letters on paper, but those are easily able to manipulate on like the floor or something as you're watching this video. Okay, so the first word I'm going to make is this, n. Can you blend those sounds together? Hen. I'm going to change one letter. Here it is. Can you see where I'm changing it? N. Men. And I'm going to change one more. What do you think I can change after this? Hen, men, pen. Hen, men, pen. There you go. So all of those words really have the same word pattern. What word pattern? N. The E and the N is a word pattern. All we did was change one letter, just the beginning. All right, so now I'm just going to do a couple quick words, not necessarily a word pattern, but words that you should be able to read really quick. Here's the first one, red. Pretty much I'm going to take everything away except the E, and I'm going to make set. Okay, so hen, men, pen, red, and set. Now let's pretend I give you, I'm going to take away this S, set. Let's change it to a B. Here is bet. Let's change the R in red. Let's make B, bed. Now let's take away the B's that we just put up and substitute it with a W. Wed, like if someone gets married, wed, and let's put it under et, wet. Easy. So do you see how I just removed and changed one letter to make new words? You can do that too. Are there any other words that you can build with just the letters that I used? Think about it. Okay, I am going to show you a handful more. Easy peasy one. G, a, t, get. If you changed one letter, change the G to an M, and you have met. Get, met. Let's change one more. Change that M or the G to L, let. So we have met, get, let. Now I'm going to get real fancy and add an S to the word get. So now I have gets. She gets the toy from her room. Gets. Awesome. All right, one more. L, ah, or g, log. Let's change log, change the L to a h. What's that new word? Hog. Log, hog. Again, changed one little piece, made a completely new word. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at the new book. Here is a family, and they are going to visit the city. Now think, we do not quite live in this city, do we? No. We live more in the country. And so this family is going to visit the city, so I wonder where else they live. I'm not positive. It doesn't tell us this. So what are some things that you might expect to see in the city? Think of some things you might see in the city. Or have you ever been to the city before? You might see some tall buildings, maybe a lot of cars or vehicles on the road, a lot of people. I think I just said that. Maybe a lot more sidewalks than we have. I know we don't have very many sidewalks. So let's go ahead and see what this family sees in this city. Okay, I'm just going to hide one thing really quick. There we go. All right, so you are going to read it all yourself. There is some dialogue in this book, so be careful of when characters are speaking. So, a visit to the city. Oh, also, I want to point out the word city. Sometimes a C can make that S sound, especially when it's next to the letter I or letter E. So the word city. A visit to the city. I hope you didn't get tricked up when the author changed how the word patterns were going. This one's, my dad said, look at the taxis. I wonder if they have taxis at their house or where they live in their community. Nice. All right, thinking about this story, this was a fictional story, meaning it was not real, but there were a lot of things in the book that can be real in real life. So when you were reading, did you find some things that you can see around your community or our community? Or do you have to be in a city to see the things? Well, look at the big truck. We have those. How about a big car? Well, sometimes there are big cars. What's that fancy word for a big car like this one? A limousine or a limo? Do we have vans? Yep. How about taxis? Not quite. Sometimes. Do we have bicycles in our communities? We sure do. And so there are many other things that this book had that we have in our communities. But thinking about the end, do we have a city tour bus? We have some buses. And then at the very end, do we have really tall buildings like you can see in the background? Not quite, unless you go to a little bit bigger city, maybe in Ithaca or Elmira. So I hope you were able to read that story. Again, it was a little bit easier. You should be really fluent with that. We've been practicing a lot. I hope you've been practicing besides my videos. Again, reread. It will get more fluent, it will get easier, and it will sound awesome. All right, thanks for tuning in, my friends, and I will see you later.